Oh, hello, I'm Mr. Midas. I'm quite sensitive about what keyboard I use, mostly because my hand is my face, and every stroke brings me excruciating pain. That's why I only use keyboards from Drop, a community-made marketplace for keyboard enthusiasts like myself. My favorite of all is the K-type mechanical. I love the colors! But there are plenty more keyboards on massdrop.com. Join our community, find the best keyboard, just like my beloved K-type. Recommended by smart people like me and you.
Actual band
oh, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. No more to need to talk. Here is OpTic Gaming versus Immortals coming up. Now, before we get too far, we talked a lot about OpTic. Can we talk a little bit about Immortals?
Yeah, I think the most important thing to point out is that their coin doesn't have very much gold in it because there's so many holes in it. Do not invest in Immortal coins, guys.
Come on.
Not a good sale.
It's not the next Litecoin you should be buying into, I guess. Right?
Absolutely not. Not if you're planning to melt it down for gold and then resell it to some other sucker or something.
Oh, 2 versus
for
1.
cash.
What a value auction win.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Nice job, OpTic Gaming.
What are your impressions so far in the blind auction? What you see any trends?
That's so random.
It seems to be a complete meme. I mean, no one has put in really. I think the highest one was 32.2.
There was a 102.
We saw
today.
100, yeah.
It
seems like teams just don't care about it too much. Do you think that would carry over to regular draft if it wasn't Midas mode?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
No, they get pretty mad about selection priorities.
But is that just because it's random? Like, now that it's in their hands, they're like, okay, I guess we don't need to complain.
Perhaps.
Now that they have the ability, the choice, it's in their control, they're like, okay, maybe this isn't a big deal. Maybe Midas mode will save admins across the world from whining.
It could happen.
Is that possible?
I'm not quite sure. You ask very intense questions as a host. I feel maybe Midas mode will save the world.
There it is.
Do you think?
So they banned out the CC&C Marana.
Hello, 296. Sorry to interrupt you. I was shocked.
It's a pricey day for them.
That is a high-priced day. Reginald, could we get it sort by price, please? I do apologize, Reginald. I know you had a tough day.
So I think one good thing that OpTic was doing in most of their matches is their cores are difficult to kill. And I think they're starting that off right here with Pangolier as well. If their lanes are hard to gank, it doesn't matter if their draft is as wonky. They're just sitting in a good place. And another important thing to point out, with OpTic winning that one set, if they win 2 sets today, they are sitting real pretty.
Oh, they are
real good.
Almost guaranteed.
Especially when it was EG who they beat. I mean, let's be frank here.
Yeah.
That's the team you want to take down.
Absolutely. So looking forward, if you guys don't know how the format's working, we're focusing on everything else. If you place first in your group, you go straight to regional grand finals, like straight there. It's a big advantage. So OpTic is on the way.
That's it. That's the max from what I've seen. That's a $500 puck. They put in every single penny. That is unbelievable. That is value right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know if Immortals realize they just spent 894 with 2 picks and 1 ban. They spent. They're gonna run out. I think this is gonna be our first team that actually runs out of Moonbucks, guys.
I'm down. Let's go.
I mean, starting strong. Don't lose
Immortals
faith.
is doing it right. If this was me playing this mode, I would buy whatever I need to win, and if stuff got bad, then I just go for bounties. I mean, look at teams like OpTic could have 900 Moonbucks and then just lose. Like Midderfeet, for example. Probably not OpTic because they just 2-0'd. But a team could save as much Moonbucks as they want, but then still lose the tournament. You got to spend that money. I'm down for Immortals right now. I think this is the perfect strat.
And then if Immortals spends money, then now OpTic has to spend money.
Exactly.
So the complaining from game 1 of OpTic EG fits it perfectly.
Yeah.
Arteezy complains about puck picks and good cores, and then as a result, they're like, well, I guess I have to spend my money now. But we didn't see that trend yesterday.
No, it really has been growing as we've been seeing this like Midas mode meta, right? What works better? Day 1 Europe, they are all about randoming and making money. These guys are ready to spend it.
Everybody was coin flipping yesterday. I mean, I think OG was clearly had a game plan, so I wouldn't say that they were being fully flipping the coin, but I think the NA series, we're definitely seeing a little bit of a different meta. We'll see if it affects next time EU comes.
Yeah. Trent, any thoughts so far, buddy? What do you think about this?
No, it looks good, right? I mean, you got your Rubik up against Nyx Assassin and Puck. A little bit of some instant catch for the Puck. Great steals up against the Nyx Assassin. Pangolier, obviously not a very developed hero at this point. He doesn't really bring up a lot of big combos. You just think about maybe some gankers or something, because he's very helpful when he has like one helper for a stun, because you can like get the roll by, and then someone just like that secondary stun, then you roll by him again. So he's not very particular about who he ganks with, but certainly a good guy to roam around the map and pick off some solo heroes.
Yeah, that's true. I think Nyx probably deals with them pretty well as well, because there's a couple different ways to spike Carapace pre-ulti. I mean, that seems to be the solution to him.
Yeah.
Don't let him get his ult cooldown off. And between Puck and the Nyx, they have a lot of ways. Actually, because Dreamcoil, does Dreamcoil mini stun right away anymore?
Oh,
they change.
No,
it doesn't,
does
right?
not.
no,
So you can't interrupt with it instantly. So that's maybe one negative from Puck. But I feel like just keep interrupting his ult channel. Go for the kill.
Look, Immortals is even spending money on bans here. $80 moonbucks, excuse me, on an anti-mage ban, whereas OpTic, they were really just taking out that OP new hero. You know, whatever hero that name is.
Pangolier?
Dark Wallow?
Oh, the Wallow.
The
Yes,
Wallow?
That is right.
Point. What's her cost right now?
I believe it's Dark Wallaby, actually.
Is that what she
think
is?
that's
She's
what
a
it is, yeah.
wallaby?
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Interesting.
Some
Lives
sort of
under the
forest
ground.
creature.
That's a dirt creature, let's be real.
I've had a few Dark Wallows in my day. I'll tell you that.
All right, very Immortals style strategy.
We'll
Getting
just
into
pretend you
some...
didn't say that. We don't care. This is not a place for emotions, bro. This is the...
Sometimes I lay down in my bathtub with all the lights off and pretend it's my coffin and I'm dead.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting way to express
Quiet on the set, Reginald.
Shut up, Reginald! You don't have to judge me! Don't talk about my Dark Wallows!
It's not about your mental state, it's about how much money you have. That's all that matters.
That's right! This tournament saved my life!
And that's what gets them out of the tub every time, guys. It's like, oh, that's right, I'm filthy rich.
I gotta go bet more moonbucks. Hey, look! Wow! So much money! I'm loving this. Undying... Whew, Immortals is big rolling right now. This is great.
So we did some math before the tournament started in terms of like maximum series, minimum series, how many games you're going to be playing, things like that. So I think we came out that your average pick, your average draft should come out to what, 600-ish, right?
Oh no, 600 way low. We'll say every team is probably going to play like 7 to 9, probably 8 games on average.
Right.
So you're talking like 900 moonbucks per game if you don't make any.
That's not
from
bad.
Challenges or randoms. 900, they're over by 300, and they still have
It's not too bad.
They are way over right now.
That's fine.
They're a little over budget.
They're
you know.
They'll bring out the old game of chicken, little cluck cluck.
Yeah.
Right?
They'll
They'll buy
just
a
cluck
rapier.
cluck this. All right.
They could. Yeah, they got what, Undying, Nyx, Puck level 1. It's not bad.
Brent, you talked about strategy yesterday, and I think this is it. I think this is the spend your money on a game that you think you can win, and then on a game that you think you can lose, maybe when Immortals is against EG or something, you just go completely bonkers and just try to do your bounties. So
yeah.
I think this is the Trent Pack strat right here,
Oh,
where they're
really?
they're investing to make sure that this is a good series for them.
Thanks for naming it.
I mean,
that's lovely.
That is called the Trent
sweet
Pack,
of you.
sir. We'll call it the Maple Leaf meta.
So are you going to go deer hunting later, Trent? Or
Yeah, no, I just don't want to get shot, so.
I probably
it's
should have
okay.
made that joke when you could see his orange clothing,
Yeah,
but
yeah, really on point there.
it's too late.
Hey!
Moose or something as well, maybe a little more.
Muska.
Oh, ladies and
who
gentlemen,
is it?
it's OpTic Gaming versus Immortals.
Look at that coin, dude.
This
It's
is
nothing.
my
Surprised
favorite
it didn't
repeating
explode
thing.
when it collided with that other heavier coin.
Taking a lot of time here on OpTic.
Yeah,
Up to
actually.
70 seconds left on bonus time.
I think this is where you develop your strategy. You think they just spent an obscene amount of money. Are we tanking this one? Is there something we can pick that'll deal with this that isn't super expensive? Like when you're genuinely trying to beat their draft,
PL's cheap.
and you're being careful about what you spend, you got to look at a lot of options. You might think, oh, this here's perfect. You look, it's 500. Oh, that's out of our price range. You got to think of the next path. So there's so many decisions OpTic might have to make here.
Well, they better start making them. They only got 44 seconds.
Or they're AFK. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, could be, but I think this is right now they're considering the random possibility, right? I mean, Immortals team looks actually really good. Maybe their strat was to random here, and now they have to think, okay, maybe we need to start making some money. 30 seconds left. This is, whoa!
Now, if you do go down to 0 seconds bonus time, you random a hero and you do not get money from the random. Is something to keep in mind.
Harsh.
But they end up going for the big spend here. This is going to cost OpTic a lot. Now they're pretty much matching Immortals in
And
draft
this
price.
also commits you to probably not random a lot. You don't want to like waste these like expensive picks on getting some trash draft because you ran them 2 garbage heroes in the last double.
Fantastic call there, Trent.
And they actually take the PL.
They do take the PL.
That was definitely the best counter available for OpTic, right? You just doppelganger on the Tombstone, it blows up. They don't really have good counters to the PL overall anyway on the side of Immortals.
Same team.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think OpTic should have taken the PL.
Oh, I see.
I think they made a mistake.
So it was a deny there by taking the PL.
Yeah.
And a 322 Moonduck Viper there.
I actually really like the Viper pick here. It's personally survivable. And against a Puck, a Nyx, and an Undying, those are heroes that are very good at fighting, staying alive, doing burst damage. But they don't do so much damage that they can overwhelm Viper. With that said, I think PL is pretty good against Viper. Viper's better against PL than he used to be, but if he goes like Mjolnir or something and gets a little tanky, I think Viper is going to be able to do a lot of work this game. Staying alive and sustaining against that strong team fight and run at you disable thing that Immortals has.
I don't want to yank our own chains here, but man, what a fantastic... I love this tournament because it's like you look at these drafts on a normal tournament and it's just your standard stuff, but the fact that they're standard in Midas mode is just so hype. It's so fascinating. These guys are putting in the money right here, and we've never seen that before. I'm having a great time.
I thought the idea of like in most competitive games, there's often the idea of like a tier list, right? Where you talk about like, you know, especially fighting games, one of the big ones where it like talks about like what tier each fighter is, and it's very, you know, it's considered quite the achievement if you win some big tournament with like a garbage tier hero or something. And I noticed people were comparing Midas mode to tier lists as being like one of the first real. I mean, it's a full tier list. We're literally assigning a number to this hero and saying, look, this is where this hero is. This hero is very good, and therefore it costs.
And you just can't do that in games like League where there's only 5 actual valuable heroes.
He is.
So, I mean, it would be like 1, 2, 3 Moonbucks for you. You don't have to put it on me. Don't associate my face with these comments. Hey, is that a new trans... Thanks, Reginald. Thanks a lot, Reginald. Great job, buddy.
Wonderful tournament production.
Great job.
All right, we're looking at 3,000 Moonbucks being spent this draft.
Money, money.
It's a lot. 25 seconds left for OpTic.
It's almost time for us to add microtransactions, I think.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
How else can we make
EA,
more money?
I've got an idea for you. 3 mil.
Let's block all the heroes.
Okay, we got 10 seconds.
5.
The jokes are over here. They might actually get to random here and not be able to. If they random this, their draft is screwed. They have 5 seconds to pick something.
They're on ban, by the way. They go for the blood.
All right. There's the ban.
Okay, the ban and the pick.
Wow, I hyped that up a little bit too much for that ban, guys.
All right, Bloodseeker would have been very good against both Jug and Viper. Very good against Pangolier, actually. You can probably rupture him while he's in his ball and still deals damage.
Did not consider.
I guess he could stop it, but
that is
then
true.
you cancel his ultimate. That would have been a very good
That's
counter.
That's something I never thought of before. That's really interesting. Bane has always been my standard Pangolier counter, but now maybe the Bloodsuka.
Well, it's gone. No chance there.
Well, sure.
We'll see what OpTic does for AoE solutions against PL. That's the one thing they're kind of lacking. You got Bane, who's single target. Viper's pretty single target. Jug, similar situation. Is he going to go Mjolnir? Maybe we'll see a Battle Fury. They'll shy away from the Manta build, perhaps. I'm not sure. But this is like a real
draft.
Probably like tower hitting left for Immortals, right? Someone who has to go mid, likely, unless they're going to send the PL mid, which they could also possibly do. But maybe like a Razor or something kind of fits that little niche.
They need something that can lane against Viper and do well, because I don't think PL is the hero for that.
That would be a little risky, unless they go like all in on like a TB or something safely. But I mean, then your draft's weird. You know that shouldn't be happening.
There's another thing that we should talk about. A lot of these drafts that we have seen have been a little clowny, but they've been very specified in gaining bounties. It's been like a bounty draft. This is a real team here. Yeah. Wow, nice. With synergy. Great call.
Razor's pretty good right now. I think this
it's not bad.
Yeah. But just to finish my thought, so they have to use these real heroes to try to do these goofy bounties now, which is pretty interesting as well.
Yeah, this is definitely the most expensive draft. I think this is the first Midas mode draft where we've had 0 randoms as well, which is actually the opposite of what I expected to say with this tournament. We really didn't think there'd be that many randoms, but man, big spenders. What do you guys think for the lanes? Trent, what you got?
I like Immortals, right? I think the Razor fits. It's all good. Kind of filled the niches they have. They have good teamfight control from the Puck. They have good ganking potential between the Puck as well as the Nyx assassin moving across the map. Plus the PL, once you have the bots and you have some good damage. You have the push now coming in from that Razor. And then Undying for a little bit of early game too. So I see a lot of good synergy. Just looks like a straight up Captain's Mode draft. I dig it.
Is there any way we can look at the draft one more time?
Do you want to look at it a little closer with the
I would
monocle?
love to see the
Yes,
draft.
the draft again, please.
The benefit of using your
Well,
draft
where's
in
the
a
transition?
website. Yeah, where was our...
No,
Where
no,
are the
unneeded, please.
coins?
Unneeded.
Reginald.
What are you thinking, Farge?
I'm not sure. You have to go first. I'm the host.
I'm going to actually go for OG as well. I feel like,
mean
well,
OpTic?
OG instead.
That's
Are you
right.
dreaming green or are you green walling? Could you get it straight here?
I don't know. OpTic Gaming, yes, I'll be going for them. Just because I feel like they, at first, were kind of, they did get the Pangolier. And I think that's a big deal in this match.
I think I like the Immortals draft better, but I'm real on the edge. I think it's easier to execute, it's easier to fight. I think their draft is a little better. Maybe it's harder to initiate for Immortals, perhaps, without Blink Dagger, but it's kind of similar circumstances.
I definitely agree with Pangolier being the wild card, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because this hero has just dominated some games, and he looks completely unstoppable. Like, if you're very talented at that ulti, we saw Weehaw just go completely insane, bouncing back and forth between different parts of the map and destroying any hero on the map.
And I would say the other thing is how rapidly do OpTic Gaming get a way to deal with the PL, or do they need to? Do they gank him a lot, or does PL get out of control? Or do they buy enough AoE items to deal with them? I think that's the other big factor going on in this one.
All right, and here we go. So let's see anything interesting here on these picks. Everybody seems to be picking the correct heroes for their positions, right?
Yeah, 4-position
Zai,
Pangolier.
CCNC, PPD on the Bane.
I would say the
Super
only
normal.
question was there was a possible Zybane core, because he's done that a few times, and maybe the roaming Pangolier, but I think the more expected one was the offlane Pangolier, so.
Normal picks, normal lanes. Let's throw it into game number 1 of OpTic versus Immortals with our casters, whoever they are.
Thank you, Purge. We are unnamed because we are that bad. We're bottom of the barrel. Sunsfan here with Brax. Welcome to game 1
Great
of this
job,
best
that
of
was fun.
3. Brax, are
I
you
should not have
excited?
said that.
I'm
jerk
excited
off
that
comment.
transition put me in the
should
mood
not
for this
have said
exciting
that.
game of Dota 2.
Excellent to hear. Before we get started, I do need to mention that Immortals previously had the worst flag in the game. I was going to make a tier list, but it seems that they've actually added a correct flag now. So
Wow.
going to have to recreate that in my mind, unfortunately.
All right, so what do we expect from this this game? We have a whole bunch of high-tier heroes. We have the Undying, the Puck, the Bane, all sorts of 500 heroes.
Yeah, they spent a lot on that draft, that's for sure. And interested to see this Viper work. Is there anything to break? You can stop illusions from being made technically speaking, unstable current as well.
You can stop the Phantom Rush from starting, but it seems quite unlikely. I don't know. It looks like a pretty it looks like a pretty useless mechanic this game.
How dare you? Never is break a useless. I mean, it didn't stable current.
I guess.
I don't know, they're talking some major shit.
This isn't even a bounty, guys, and they're already all riled
Are they
up.
not going for bounty here? Calling out Dubu Core. All right, well, I don't know if that is considered just a normal flame from PPD or if that's part of the challenge. So we'll leave that up to the judges, I suppose, as the bounty runes will start spawning now. PPD, this set. It's like a scarecrow. What in the world? And Zai's going to be playing this Pangolier.
It's disgusting.
Very excited to be seeing this as a position 3. He's going to be getting more farm than perhaps we're used to seeing as he taunts away from Dubu, who's just going to continue to decay.
Oh my god, the taunt off. This is intense.
They did it after the horn. Does not count. Does not count. This is actually ridiculous. See how long they can keep this up. We're going to ignore the other lanes until they stop taunting.
I don't think they'll stop. They're just going to keep going. This is insane.
I think it stopped. It's finally stopped after a lot of damage was taken. We're going to look at this mid lane for now. That's a duel versus duel lane, so much for that not being a thing anymore.
Yep, it's like we're back in the last patch, but, you know, Viper with his new change to the Nether Toxin, lifts up the Nyx, should be okay. He doesn't really deal with the Link very well anymore. Before, he used to have the bonus damage from the Nether Toxin when people were low. Now it's applied to the poison attacks active. You know, every time you use the poison on him, it does extra damage.
First blood. Don't worry, I was watching that, buddy.
Nice.
I got you on
All part of the
lockdown.
plan.
OpTic taking that for themselves. A nice job. The Blade here doing most of the damage. But yeah, what do you think of this dual lane in general? You think because Viper can't really handle the static
So,
link?
It's weird because Rubik can pick up the Razor and toss him back, right, to negate the static link. So I guess the Viper's going to do quite well just because of the Rubik.
Bottom lane. Puck's just dead. This is he doesn't have Blade Fury though, so another 9 seconds on the cooldown for that one. But
No
the
Blade
right
Fury,
clicks
no
will come
boots.
through. Yeah, Pycat's just going to be fine with farming for now. Forev is just going to be forced out of the lane. Only has 3 tangles left. Used another illusory orb. Will technically survive, but a lot's expended there.
You know, that's probably the hardest hero for solo offlaners to deal with, right? The Bane completely zones you out, just beats you up, and then he's got the sleep to set up the kills. Yeah, don't worry. I'm watching the taunts. I got the sounds.
we're gonna hear those sounds all game long. As they're calling out the bounty runes for now, I suppose. As 2 minutes does hit. Kit Rack, the stand-in for Misery here for OpTic, will be picking up a haste rune. Were you surprised with the 2-1 win by OpTic?
I was very surprised, but you know, that's the beauty of Midas mode, right? All the games are unpredictable. Anything can happen.
Indeed.
Even sometimes Mr. Midas shows up for a nice, kind encouragement for the teams.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Zai is talking a lot this game. He took their entire wave, apparently, is taunting
to be fair,
away.
he has nothing to do in this lane, right? He's got a dying AFK decaying him over and over. He's
AFK decay. How does that work exactly? How can he be AFK and
he
decay?
decays, and then he waits 10 seconds for it to come back up, and then he chases him around again.
Rev taking more damage there as well. As I see on the minimap, Undying is still chasing Zai. He's denying these creeps as well. That's a nice little back and forth here between both Zai and Dubu. Dubu going the old-fashioned way here around that tier 1 tower.
Just chasing him down.
As more taunts come through.
Sunsfan was talking about the Razor Viper matchup in the mid lane, and it's very Viper or Razor favored, sorry, especially with the Link.
Oh, Impale will miss though. MP's going to take that damage and put it to town onto CCNC right now. Although Feby's the one taking considerable damage. 1-0-1 build on Viper. Is there any point in getting another toxin? Another toxin?
Probably not, honestly, not early. But I've seen a lot of people level it up early just for wave clear, so they can keep farming. But look at the damage just from leveling up the poison attack, right?
Well, now this has a cooldown though, of course. So.
Yep, it does. But it does so much damage when they're low. I don't know. I was going to talk about this lane like I knew it was going on, but now the lane swung back in the other way. So let's move on. Bottom lane.
Forev's again in a lot of trouble. PPD has Nightmare available. We'll use it again with the Illusory Orb, and actually a TP support coming in, the form of Kit Rack. As they're going to get the Telekinesis, Fade Bolt is available as well if they need it, and it will be used finally. So
nicely done.
Taking that for himself.
That's the old sleep after the orb, and then he's just screwed. He's there for 15 seconds waiting for the next orb.
Yeah, Zai's still getting decay. Dubu is actually out-leveling Zai, which is a little bit surprising considering how many waves he's pulled his way.
Yeah, he has 200 max or 200 health currently too, so he's not going to be able to.
Oh, that's true. Damn.
He's going to lose out on all the experience.
Forced to swashbuckle out as Kyo and Dubu continue to pressure. Has the shield. Okay. All right. Literally takes a Spirit Lance into a right click and just dies. In the meantime, in mid, MP taking considerable amount of damage, but Kit Rack, he might be dead actually. The static link coming through, but yeah, the PPD Brain Sap keeps MP at bay, at least for now.
Well, PPD's still chasing him, but I don't think he's going to get him.
He could. The 3 seconds on Brain Sap. MP has to hide in the trees.
He's all right. Okay, so Feb, said Happy Frostivus, right, which is one of the bounties, but I think there's a bit of a confusion on the wording, right? Like the he just casually dropped the wards in the TP, then picked it right back up.
Okay, saying, that's
right.
Definitely.
That was not the intention of the challenge.
That is definitely. That is reading comprehension.
Yeah, Mr. Midas is going to have a word with this.
Yeah, absolutely. So the idea is, isn't it before? What's the timing on that one? Actually, I'm not even sure. I think it's before like 10 minutes, so that would have been fine technically.
Yeah, but the idea is that it's gifted to the enemy, right?
Right. You actually have to give Prism. There's no return on investment there. It's PPD, Brain Sapped onto QO, level 4 right now, about to hit 5 in fact. Going for the 3-1-1 build, I would assume. And mid lane, we're looking at the CS 21-14 versus the Razor MP 12-6. So
I would say this is quite surprising because Razor had a very dominant hold on the lane early on, and then once he started getting low, the poison attack started dealing a ton of damage, and he couldn't really lane too well. But I'm not sure exactly how this lane's supposed to play out anymore with the new changes to Viper. I imagine that getting linked up, Feby's coming in, but he should be okay.
Yeah. Nyx hasn't found a lot of success with the Impales as of yet. His Kyo is being forced out by a couple supports here, in the form of Kit Rack and PPD. And CCNC and company. They're going to find Feby. Still talking some major shit, it seems. Spike Carapace is not here, but double Impale, MP.
Razor's got a ton of damage.
He has a lot of damage, and Kit Rack might be in a lot of trouble. A nice telekinesis onto the Roshan pit, but Kit Rack gets hit by the right clicks as well as Plasma Field, and he'll find his way to the grave.
Yep, CCNC. Just kidding. He's going to be totally fine. Walks it off. Alright, so we're talking about the... I don't know. This Razor matchup, I don't know why I'm talking about it. It's so boring, honestly. Both these heroes just sit here and hit creeps. Let's move on.
I don't know. Viper's very exciting now with Nether Toxin. He did pick it up at level 5
All
here.
the green heroes are relatively boring.
Nah, that's kind of true. Nope. Bottom lane, Pyka gets hit by a soul rip. PPD trying to force him back. Gets the Nightmare off onto Forev. Taking out the Tombstone. Pyka will take the bounty for that. As the Brain Sap comes through now. And just a little bit of harassment both ways as Dubu continues to taunt his way. If there was a challenge for a number of taunts in a game, he would probably be hitting that pretty soon.
Oh, I would agree. Even if it wasn't there, he'd still be throwing him out.
Don't submit that idea. We don't like it.
Jesus. Shutting him down already, huh?
Yeah, it's better. It's better before. Oh, Omni Slash is going to rip right through Dubu.
Oh, no. Reading comprehension. We got some problems here with the reading comprehension.
Yeah.
Cluck Cluck only applies when the courier is walking, guys.
Oh my
Before
God.
3 minutes.
Immortals. Oh, Immortals. Why? You shouldn't tell them that, OpTic. Let them keep their
They
courier.
wasted their time. Old CCNC being a good sport.
That's the point, Dubu. That is the actual point there. All right, we're going to see a shield crash actually in top lane. And he's level 5 now, so I don't know if you see how much of this hero you've actually seen in these games, but
I don't feel like he ever gets dangerous for PL to lane against, right? Mm-hmm. Like the PL's always going to have a dominant position over him in the lane.
do you think he leaves the lane to go gank at 6? Is that something that the hero should be doing, or probably
maybe
not?
people come to his lane when he's 6 and they can just run down
Oh, it's
PL.
one of those. Okay. I see. Well, Pycat top the net worth charts right now in this bot lane, having a great time. Of course, has a kill and an assist on this puck.
The courier is
And
still
Undying.
in the Roshan pit, waiting for the cluck cluck sweet bounty rewards, but
You
it's
know,
just not going to happen.
I could reiterate for them via text, but they don't deserve it because they did not take the time to actually read these challenges.
Okay, so then he's being punished for...
CCNC. Oh, looks like Febby's going to get initiated on. The Viper Strike is there. Impale will completely miss. MP's trying to zone them out as much as he can. Febby's ticking down very low. 80 HP, but will walk away. CCNC in the meantime getting static link, but the right clicks will be there as well. Is he going to be able to live through this? MP with another right click. Nope.
Oh my God.
Looks like Kickrack was able to take out that pesky Razor finally.
All right, so Razor not being very dominant in the mid lane at all. Like, usually we're used to seeing the max static link, right? But he's only got 2 points in it there. It feels like, up top, Zai should be okay, right?
He's good to go.
He's
Actually has a
fine.
soul ring. Interesting.
Okay.
His Doppelganger is used defensively here, and it looks like we have some support in the form of Febby. So, is this something they actually want to push? They do have level 3 Tombstone to work with.
You know, I'm just waiting for for Immortals to pull out the "We're Smoking" bounty challenge from yesterday. Maybe they're not too sure on the rules here.
Yeah. I would not be surprised by that.
That'd be great.
Yeah, as we're going to see OpTic smoke up here. Both Zai and Kickrack ready to go. Here comes the
Playing
rolling
rotation.
thunder into the shield crash coming very shortly. He's trying to hit a wall here. Looks like he's going to get one proc onto the Razor with the Viper Strike and another roll through.
The wall
That is a
usage.
kill for OpTic.
So OpTic has some, sorry, not OpTic. Immortals has some issues in this game, right? Their laning stage isn't going so well. Viper is destroying the mid lane. Razor just keeps dying back to back. That's his second death of the game. And Puck just can't lane bottom at all. Bane zones him out completely. They really only have this top lane to play off of. When you think Undying, Nyx supports, they are very lane focused, right? They can't really offer a whole lot in terms of gank power, but they're very strong heroes, especially once they get their levels.
Yeah, Zai's getting initiated in the meantime in the top lane.
Diffusal blade done already.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
super fast. So no mana to speak of on Zai right now. Doppelganger forced out. You see the Tombstone being placed. Can they actually take it out in time is the question. Indeed, they can. Undying. He gets silenced up, gets a soul rip, but that's going to be the death of him. He
Dancing
always
into the
remembers
grave.
what that taunt key is. That's for sure. So an easy kill for OpTic at the end of the day, but this tower still survives.
Yeah, very nice to defend the tower. It's when you're playing against a lineup like of what Immortals has, if you don't give anything for free, then they're really going to struggle transitioning to the next part of the game, right? Puck is level 5 at 11 minutes. They have no coil. They have no real way to start fights. Nyx Assassin also only
Oh,
about...
boy.
Uh-oh.
Is it time?
What does this mean? Mr. Midas?
Is this Mr. Midas time? I'm waiting for it. Don't think it's happening right now. 1 second.
Where's the bomb sauce?
I can hear Reginald in the background, and he's not paying attention. That's for sure.
Reginald always slacking off.
Reginald, it's time. Reginald,
Jesus, Reginald, the
Get on
sleep
it.
on the job.
get on it.
It's the one and only DRE. That's the great love buzz. You know I'm mopping with the D-O-double-G.
And we're back. Thanks
Thank you,
for
bomb sauce.
Yes, indeed. And very apologetic here. It seems Reginald is trying to have a conversation with other humans when
Yes.
obviously not allowed.
Reginald
to do so.
struggles doing more than one thing at a time.
Yes, definitely true. Kit Rack might be in some trouble here as a lot of the Immortal squad has amalgamated here in the bot lane. They're going to go to town on this tier 1, but in the meantime, their tower is getting hit by Pycat all alone, so more resources being expended by Immortals. We'll see if this ends up biting them out in the ass here. PPD does have Fiend's Grip, actually. Zai pops the ult, able to get 2 procs onto the Rubik, jumps with the shield crash, hits 2, he has 36% damage mitigation right now. All he's doing is disrupting. In the meantime, Pycat just takes that tower for himself. Lots of time being wasted as Kit Rack now, level 5, going to attempt to TP out. The Impale should be there in time, so they'll get at least 1 kill here.
Okay, so they get 1 kill for their efforts, but that's 5 people sitting in the bottom lane. They are heavily committed to this. And it's just, you know, in the meantime, Pycat takes top. OpTic are also hitting the mid tower. It's the problem when you kind of lack that reliable initiation, right? Puck's still not level 6. They have no real way to force these engagements. But, you know, if they don't do that, even though this isn't the best trade for them, the game won't really progress for them, right? OpTic can still defend every tower, take top for free. And it's kind of like a sacrifice. It's a bad play, or the result is not great, but you have to make that kind of
Zai's in Rolling Thunder again. The Fiend's Grip on top of MP, and he is just dead. Puck attempting to TP in to save this tower. Looks like he'll do at least that as Febby gets shield crashed while Vendetta. PPD attempting to TP out, but the coil is there to cancel it. And looks like PPD will pay with his life. But again, I feel like these trades are definitely in favor of OpTic right now.
Oh, of course, big time.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Good lord.
That's a double whammy flame. That's the 2 for 1.
Indeed.
Yeah, Pycat takes the top tower during that as well. So still great trade for OpTic, and of course they can just go right back for the mid tower. It's only at 200 HP. Should be free too.
Yeah, especially with this old nether toxin inside the poison attack. That works. Does that work normally, or do you have to use poison attack
It's
to get
only
it?
on the poison attack.
Oh, so it doesn't work on buildings anymore. Wow.
Well, until you get the level 20 talent.
That's
where
true.
poison
It
attack
actually makes
affects
sense to do
buildings.
that now. Rolling Thunder top lane with a shield crash. Stun onto Puck. Forever will be fine, though. But again, this hero, he's just very annoying in this early game.
It's so nice you can be so liberal with the Rolling Thunder, right? The cooldown is super low, mana cost not very high. He's just, this guy was made for the offlane, right?
Yeah.
He's got all the survivability tools. He's just annoying. That's
What
you
are
need.
your... I think we had this conversation, but we didn't really expand upon it.
Is it item builds?
No. What are your thoughts on Heart Piercer?
It's
The
probably
passive.
pretty useless.
It's such a weird... Like, the delay, right? The delay seems very odd. Like, if it was more...
Oh, I didn't even notice the delay.
Yeah, so there's a... What is the delay? 2 seconds. So what if... I think the change... If this hero ends up being weak in some eyes and they want to buff it or something like that, thing you can do is make there be no delay on the armor reduction, but the delay on the move speed is fine.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Wow, you really balanced testing?
Zai's going to use his ult to get out of this Puck ult. In the meantime, actually,
TP's
phase shift
on
not
out.
there. Yeah, that's... I forgot about that functionality
Yep.
as well.
I mean, look at this hero. He's incredibly annoying.
He forced everybody top lane.
Yeah. I don't think this hero needs any buffs.
True.
But yeah.
One day, when they're digging
Isn't
real
it-
deep for buffs.
Isn't it
There you
crazy that he doesn't even have his Heart Piercer hasn't even come into play yet, and he still looks strong,
Yeah.
right?
I think it's more of a function of his Heart Piercer just not being that great.
I guess.
His other skills are just that good. I mean, it's like the old gyrocopter with homing missile being pretty much worthless. Even call down used to be not great back in the day as well. It was just two
Yeah.
skills, very high quality.
Very true. Zai actually will probably not die here because he's
Zaya will probably not die.
he's
'cause
a tough guy to kill.
Pangolier. He's going to get swashbuckle off, not able to connect on Forev though. Does have the single javelin right now. The question is, will he go for the double, or will he just go straight for a basher?
I don't know.
Oh, Kit Rack. Stealing
big
Vendetta,
steal.
that's pretty good. They have Fiend's Grip available, but not in range. As you can see, he needs to be in melee range almost. Good lord.
Yep. Suns fans, something we haven't talked about this game is Pycat's item build on the Juggernaut. He went for the Battle Fury first against the Phantom Lancer.
Oh god, you're going to have to hold
Oh.
that thought, Brax.
Jesus.
Hold that. And we're back. Thanks for that nice juicy pause we have going here, as there is a Nyx assassin asleep. He just vendettas away. All right.
Okay. Perhaps some, all right, he's just gone.
All that bomb sauce hype, and there was no kill there, unfortunately. Level 14 Juggernaut pounding upon this tier 2. Kitrak has Vendetta enabled right now. They put down the sentry, so they see him. He's going to get coiled right away. There's a telekinesis into an Omni Slash. Dubu's just dead. Not even able to get his taunt off in time, but the Tombstone is there. Kitrak will be the trade, so it's a 1-for-1 Fiend's Grip. Applied to Phantom Lancer. Kyo takes the Viper Strike as well. Pykat's not going to commit with that Blade Fury. It's the coil onto several heroes here. CCNC gets stunned at the last moment. Silenced up as well. Waning Rift. CCNC, though. Zai, he's stuck in a corner.
No.
Zai can't move. He finally uses Swashbuckle to get out of there. Some interesting interactions with this hero. They'll find the MP kill nonetheless. So after all that, a 2-for-1. That needs to be made into a GIF immediately. Please.
Man. You know, this hero, he's tough. Tough to play. There are a whole bunch of little spots you can get stuck in.
That's why Blink Dagger's so grand. At Febby right now, absolutely no mana. CCNC, Zai, and PPD chasing him down. He's creating a bit of space here, though.
He is, for sure.
Who's faster? Nyx has 388, 395 on PPD. And Zai, he does have his ultimate in 8 seconds. Don't think Febby's getting out of this one, although
he's very, very fast now.
is
Tranquil
creating a lot
Boots
of
have kicked
space.
in.
All right, Swashbuckle will not connect. PPD just looking for that nightmare. He just, please, just stop. All right, he sees him. Oh, here comes the Rolling Thunder as well. Boom! With the shield crash into the wall. Another one coming soon to a theater near you. And Nyx Assassin finally falls. It takes them over a minute, it feels like, to find that kill.
Oh, it was worth it. Right, in the meantime, Pykat's still farming. Net worth is off the charts at the moment. OpTic Gaming feel like they're in full control of this game, but there's no but. I don't know what I was going to say. It looks tough.
It looks tough. 8K lead at 17 minutes and 40 seconds. That's pretty high. And I really like this build. Blink Dagger now for Pycat. Wants to get ultra aggressive. You see this sometimes on these Juggernauts to help snowball them in the other directions. MP, he gets off the ult. Dubu's here. He has Tombstone available along with Flesh Golem.
TPing in.
Counter for now, though. A TP in by Zai. He has his ultimate in 1 second. Looks like the Undying just gets ripped apart. Kitrak will be the trade, though. A 1-for-1. Here's the Rolling Thunder again. Will connect. Not going to do a whole lot here, though. His PPD is going to be turned on. But here's the Omni Slash onto several heroes. You're actually seeing the cleave coming into effect with that Battle Fury, as Febby will be cleaned up thanks to that Blade Fury. So a 2-for-2 across the board right now as QO should be able to get out. Unless these Mud Golems just find a mind of their own to stun him. But that is not to be.
That's unfortunately not how the game works.
Yeah, exactly. Zai's going to be caught out, though. That's a lot of damage being taken forever. A couple more right clicks will suffice. And indeed, he will get out to the death.
All right, that's a pretty good kill.
Yes.
Huge kill for Puck. Blink Dagger, almost level 12. Big streak as well. So Immortals, I mean, it's really scrappy, right? But any trades they can take right now are quite good. But I guess on this side of OpTic, Juggernaut is not dying.
Yeah, that's the major issue right now.
There's no real answer for them to deal with this Jug when he's that farmed, right? They have, their lockdown is not the best against Jug, right? It's the Impale from the Invis, or like the Silence Coil, which is not going to be that effective once he has Manta style, so.
We are smoking. Immortals on their way to a smoke gank attempt. I was thinking about late game and how they deal with this PL once he starts taking off, and the Battle Fury is just going to be so powerful for Pycat this game.
Yeah, Pykat's going to hit that timing where he's like an item and a half ahead of the PL with Roshan or something like that, and they won't be able to touch him.
Oh, PPD.
But this could be it if he walks into an Impale here.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
PPD looking to juke out a bit here. Will not dodge the Impale, though. Looks like he will find his way to the grave as 4 members of Immortals group up in this bot lane. I don't even know what that means. Somebody's salty about something.
He's flaming PPD salty tweets on Twitter.
Oh, right. I remember that tweet now. That's right. It's been so long. Zai in Rolling Thunder. Where did he go? He TP'd back to base.
back to base. You can't stop it, so why not, right?
That's right. They don't have any BKB piercing stuns. What about Coil with Ags? No.
What about it?
Does that go through BKB, or is it just the second break that goes through BKB?
It's the second break.
Okay. So there's nothing they can do then. Except for getting an Abyssal Blade, of course. Can you even Abyssal Blade a rolling?
You might
thundering
actually just
Pangolier?
get bumped before you can get close enough to cast Abyssal Blade. I'm not sure.
That's unfortunate. Looks like Diffusal Blade would be the first item for Zai, so it will be a casual Javelin, of course, which we've seen many a time on this hero.
Yep, quite the value item. Well, Rubik actually steals Coil, so that's quite nice.
Will he keep it, though?
Why wouldn't he?
Because he likes mobility.
Okay.
What's the skill he wants most this game to steal? Orb?
Yeah, Orb's probably the best one. Orb or like Spike Carapace.
Okay. Usually I'd say Tombstone's okay, but with PL on your own team, not so much perhaps.
Yeah, I mean there's like a rare situation where you can get it on the high ground or something, but outside of that, not too useful.
Alright, looks like Juggernaut will go to town on this Roshan with help of PPD and Kitrak.
You know, this illusion change is interesting. It doesn't do that much damage. It does actually almost no damage to Roche, but it tanks.
Yeah, the tanking is the biggest deal for sure. You'd always have to hit that S button. It's very annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, Zai's going to be spotted out. Gets off a nice... No, oh my god. Again,
no,
he hits the wall. He has his shield slam available. He's going to hit 2 heroes. He's going to jump down the cliff, though, creating a lot of space for this Roshan to go down. They're going to jump in, though. QO, CCNC takes the Aegis along with the Roshan itself, and Pycat's going to clean up the Undying. Looks like QO might be next on the list as CCNC takes him out with that Viper Strike. He has Radiance, by the way.
He does. Very nice against the Phantom Lancer.
Sure. I've personally never seen Radiance on this hero before.
Okay, you always rant and rave about how Radiance is the best item in the game, and it is. And now you're sitting here doubting the Radiance.
I'm not doubting it. I'm just flabbergasted. I'm just so happy to see it.
Okay, you don't sound too happy.
I'm happy.
Okay, now you're happy.
All right, level 16 CCNC with Pycat at 18 right now. Omni Slash still available. Wasn't even used in that fight. The PL does have buyback. See if he has to use it here or not. Forev jumps in. Trying to deal a lot of damage here, and CCNC has pretty much no mana to speak of.
You know, we were talking about the draft a lot, right? We have Nyx Assassin and Undying, our big 2 500 spenders, but perhaps not the best on the same team, right? They kind of fulfill that same role where they want to like roam, kind of. I guess Undying can also play as a zoner, as a 5 with the decay and everything, but you're missing that that person that starts the fight, right? And ideally that would have been Puck, but Puck has not a... Lating's tough against Bane as a solo Puck. It just does not go well at all. Well, rip in the mid lane.
Yeah, we have a Fiend's Grip applied to Forev, and he's just dead. 50 seconds, no buyback. And this is around the same timing that Zai will be getting that level, or the 2-second shield crash cooldown while in ball, which is a huge deal. As we see Fortification now popped by Immortals. Tombstone gets soul ripped up. CCNC, he still has Aegis.
He's going to lose Aegis.
Yeah, he is. He has the Radiance off right now because of the Spike Carapace, I would assume.
Yep.
Flesh Golem's popped by Dubu. Get the commit here. Swashbuckle applied by Zai. CCNC in a lot of trouble at half HP right now. That healing ward does get placed in the backline zone. He's getting some lifesteal thanks to the spell damage. Nice telekinesis onto QO. He's going to get the Doppelganger off. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. It's going to be beautiful. Gets 2 heroes. They're going to find them easily. And these racks are in a lot of trouble. Pycat expended the Omni Slash, but this looks to be at the very least a melee racks, if not more here for OpTic.
Yeah, definitely. Even with the buyback, I don't think Febby can actually do anything at all. Pycat's still full HP. CCNC, same thing.
And they're just going to back up for now. Play this nice and disciplined. Can go for shrines, of course. Can get their... Is this actually... Oh, is he going for the challenge? Is he going for it, my friends? Pycat? Divine Rapier before 30 minutes? He can do it.
He could.
He could also throw the game, so it makes it much more exciting.
Oh, I hope that happens, because we want an exciting game in Midas mode.
Indeed. Looks like SNY was the choice for CCNC. Very interesting build on Viper. I'm sure you'll see this in pubs very shortly. And there's the Blink Dagger. All right, this just got dirty, my friend. We can do some theory crafting on this this ultimate of this Pangolier. So, as you can see, he's going to use it here for no reason other than to annoy the enemy team. Does not have TP, so has to be a little bit careful not to get caught out.
He's just rolling out. Can't be stopped.
Oh, he gets Coil, blinks out, gets stunned. Here comes the Orb. And yeah, of course. Good old vector targeting, getting you away again. But the Orb, or the Yules is there. He's going to get silenced up. He's creating a lot of space, but he will die. Finally, they take out Zai. I was just about to talk about how unkillable he is with that blink now, but I guess not the case.
Clearly not, because he is dead. Still, very nicely done from Immortals, but... You know, they've got a bigger thing to deal with, right? This Juggernaut is unkillable. He almost has his Divine Rapier, 1,000 gold away. CCNC on his Viper, same thing. He's just... I don't see how they can take a fight. It's so difficult because it feels like You know, while Impale is nice and everything, it's hard to casually walk up to an enemy team with Impale from Invis.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a sentry ward, which can spin in the animation.
Yeah, the initiation is just way better for OpTic, especially now that you have that Blink
Yep.
Dagger on Zai.
Big time.
So again, for people that missed out, the cool interactions with Pangolier, Shield Crash with the 2-second cooldown. You pop it, and then while you're in midair, you swashbuckle into whatever location you want, and then you'll have that Shield Crash available again. It's Bebby. Oh, he's trying to TP out, will not make it, just barely so, though.
Yep, and Pycat kills Dubu up top without even using the Omni Slash. Yep, the Rapier
Man, with
purchase.
that
That's
QO.
Oh, do they announce? Oh, wait. Never
What's
mind,
that?
never mind.
Excuse me?
I'm really stupid. I'm not sure if I want to explain this.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Bye-bye, Dubu. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, please. Well, OpTic now in a very prime position to try and finish this game. They still have a tier 1 available to take in this bot lane, which is actually crazy to think about.
Yeah, but it's essentially free gold for them at this point, though. I don't imagine Immortals will do anything at all to try to defend.
What can Immortals do here, aside from the Rapier throw potential, which he does have, by the way?
Yes, he does. I guess there's always the hope that, you know, Team OpTic have some internet issues and they happen to disconnect while they go up the high ground.
I mean, that Rapier, if you can kill him.
Yeah, well, that's also complements the Rapier,
Who
right?
takes it? PL or Razor? What's the hero you
Oh
want to know?
god, I don't know. It's not really great on both of those heroes, right?
Yeah.
I guess it'd have to be the Razor.
Razor's a little tankier, I would assume.
Yeah.
Well, CCNC has to force him way up to top lane to be able to defend this tower. The Shrine will be popped. Not quite killed. His Pycat might be
He's
caught
on the
out
run.
here. He's in a
He's got
little
the
bit of
rapier.
trouble. Yules is there. Impale will miss. And here comes Zai with the shield crash again. And that Rolling Thunder. The entirety of Immortals is going to get hit, basically, by
And he's just
Zai.
out.
Yeah, that's such an annoying hero to deal with. A fight disruptor, if you will. His Omni Slash will just destroy QO. My lord, that Divine Rapier. We should see this item more often. Why
should.
don't we see it more often?
I don't know. It looks pretty good. 300 damage? 330 damage. Oh my god.
50 seconds with no PL. Does have buyback. Telekinesis will cancel that TP for Dubu. Will he taunt is the question. No. He'll just be killed by Pyke.
Unfortunately, he died a little too fast to pull out the taunt.
Now, we have about a minute and a half, I believe, until Roche spawns. So the question is, does OpTic play it safe at all and wait for that?
There's nothing to play safe. I think they are ready to go. They
Omni
have
Slash is
everything
down.
they need.
Yeah, this Juggernaut is very scary right now. This is Zai in the enemy base, just giving the old fuck you to them and
Yep.
just getting out of town. So
Just untouchable.
35. This cooldown though, it's pretty crazy.
It feels way too low,
Yeah, it
doesn't
really does. Yeah. And Zai can just take out these waves with just 2 skills as well.
Yep.
And the hero has decent mana regen, all things considered.
Soul Ring very nice too to complement the.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to wait for Roche just to play it a little bit safe here. CCNC now level 20.
Yep. We do have to remember they have a Rapier, right? They don't want to lose this. You know, how sad would it be if they lost this game after spending all those moonbucks on these nice, shiny,
Yeah.
expensive heroes?
Well, think about the other side. Immortal spent a lot as well.
Well, unfortunately, that has to be a loser, and it's looking like them right now.
Well said, Brax.
Thank you.
Blunt as usual. But I don't know. Immortals, with that divine Rapier in the game, you did say they don't have a great carrier for it technically, as there's a double damage here. Pycat is going to take that. And I think Immortals is like, all right, we're going to have to wait out this DD now.
Yeah,
There's
it
no
looks-
way they want to fight, do they?
700 damage.
All right, they're going to try for this Viper. It's going to be a lot expended for him. Here comes the Zai ultimate again, hitting
Oh
2 heroes, make it a 3rd. And Immortals just gets rickrolled in that fight.
Right, and that's
And they're
game.
just going to call it GG. I can't blame them.
No,
So
not at all.
OpTic get a nice bounty out of that as well, and they take game 1 of this best of 3, Brax.
Yeah, OpTic looking very, very good in this game. And that's with Immortals whipping out all the expensive heroes, too. They started off with the, what was it, the Undying and the Nyx pretty early into the draft.
Yeah, a lot of money spent on these the Moonbucks, that is. Pycat 11, 0, and 5. If we look at the actual damage dealt, actually not that much in a normal game, because this was a pretty short game, I would say.
They died really fast as well, so.
So well played by CCNC and OpTic as a whole, and I'm really excited to see what these drafts come to be in this game 2 of this best of 3 for Midas mode. We shall return after this quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.